Continental is working to further the design, technology, and functionality of air springs for commercial vehicles. Let's look back to see how far things have come. Air springs have been used on commercial vehicles and buses since the early 1950s. Continental first marketed air springs in 1955, with the new design replacing leaf springs, which had been used since automobiles were first produced. Air springs gave a smoother ride and improved handling for commercial vehicles. By using air to control the spring, the suspension could be configured or customized to meet the needs of the vehicle's vocation. Though simple in concept, air spring design has continuously evolved alongside the work commercial vehicles do. In 2010, Continental succeeded in developing a lightweight air spring with an innovative rolling piston made of fiberglass-reinforced polyamide, instead of conventional steel or aluminum, with fully utilized internal volume. The result, a strong air spring that's also lightweight. Continental is currently working to develop air springs to support the next generation of electric vehicles within all markets. There are 3 different types of commercial vehicle air springs, all with differing functions. Sleeve-type air springs are used for smaller and lighter weight applications, such as seats for the driver and for the cab of the truck. These springs are much smaller in size than the other air springs, but functionally are similar. It's a good maintenance practice to replace your cab air spring when replacing the cab shock. The second type are called convoluted air springs. They're a versatile design, making them usable in commercial vehicles, along with industrial and railway applications. For commercial vehicles, convoluted air springs are typically used to deploy or raise lift or tag axles. This allows trucks to distribute more weight across more axles to stay within government regulations. Deploying another axle can also assist in preservation of tire wear and make for a smoother ride. Convoluted air springs come in 1, 2, or 3 convolutions, with more convolutions offering more strength to the assembly. The most popular type of commercial vehicle air spring, which you can find on both truck and trailer axles, are rolling lobes. Now, while rolling lobes can appear visibly similar, there are many different internal components and material compositions that can change the function of the air spring. Due to this complexity, there are many different combinations and variables that need to be identified before replacing these air springs. Most rolling lobe air springs are made up of 3 components: a top plate, a rubber bellow, and a piston. The top plate provides mounting for the air spring to the vehicle suspension and typically has a fitting or opening for an air line to enter the air spring. The rubber bellow, also called a flexible member, is made up of rubber that's been strengthened with nylon yarn. The rubber composition gives flexibility to the spring during operation, while the yarn provides additional strength to the air spring. The bellow of the air spring must strike a balance between being strong enough to hold the weight of the vehicle, as well as being flexible enough to dissipate heat generated during operation. While you might think a thicker bellow would be stronger, typically they hold in more heat and degrade the rubber at a much faster rate. Continental worked to design its air springs thin enough to dissipate enough heat, but strong enough to operate under difficult conditions. The piston of the rolling lobe air spring acts as support for the spring on the suspension system. The piston is clasped to the bellow to create an airtight seal to hold the weight of the vehicle. As the vehicle drives, the bellow is folded and unfolded from the piston thousands of times. This movement helps prevent some road vibrations from reaching the driver and cargo. While many pistons appear identical on the outside, there is an internal component called the bumper that can be different from model to model. The bumper helps determine vehicle travel height, interior air spring volume, and performance of the air spring under heavy stress or road hazards. This is why identifying the correct air spring is so important. Continental offers over 1,000 different air springs in its comprehensive line to meet the different needs of many of the different industry applications, including passenger bus, heavy and severe duty haul, refuse, flatbeds, and other unique applications. Visit ContinentalAftermarket.com to see Continental's catalog of air springs, or go to airspringapp.com for a lookup guide to find the right air spring that fits your application.